Greek and Latin books. Did you know that my husband is known as the father of the Constitution? I mean, he hated. He was the main author of the Constitution. Did you also know that James was the first president to marry both his vice presidents? It was all James and I were married. Sadly, we did not have any children. James served as a president for 4 years. After his presidency, we lived in King County, Virginia.
Imagine being one of the very first to have your name on the Constitution of the United States. That's exactly what James Madison did. Switch.
Hello, I am the 14th President of the United States. My name is Franklin Pierce. I am the very first president to install the new air conditioner into the White House. Also, I am the very first president to put the new Christmas tree in the White House. Another interesting fact about me is that I'm a very avid fisherman. All of my kids have had sad lives. They all died at very young ages. My wife did not like life in the White House, so we moved to my hometown in New Hampshire, but I did enjoy my term as President Pierce.
I'm so grateful for this president, because if he would not have put that Christmas tree in the White House, maybe no president would have ever put the Christmas tree there. I'm grateful he started the tradition. Listen carefully to the greeting that this president gives you.
Aloha! I am Willie McKinley, and I had the state Hawaii joined into the United States of America. I was born in January, and I love the upright. A funny fact about my wife is she hated the color yellow so much that she had to remove it everywhere from the White House. She even had all the gardeners pick out all the yellow flowers, since my wife hates this color, so
Maybe we'd better give that back to him because other presidents' wives probably like the color yellow. Switch.
Hello, I'm the wife of Zachary Taylor. He was the 12th president of the United States. Before he was a president, he was a major general in the United States Army, and he had a nickname of Old Rough and Ready because he was a hero in the Mexican War. We were married in the month of May of 1810. My husband had a faithful old war horse named Whitey that was allowed to graze around on the White House front lawn. Some people would pull hairs from Whitey's tail as souvenirs. On an extremely hot 4th of July, my husband ate a lot of cherries, ice milk, and pickled cucumbers. While suffering from a case of typhus fever, he became very ill and died 5 days later.
That poor horse. All I can say is, ouch. You should never pull a hair from a horse's tail.
Hello, my name is Thomas Jefferson. I'm the 3rd President of the United States. I was born April 13, 1742. One cool fact about me, when I was 9 years old, I learned French. When I was 14 years old, my dad died. I knew how to speak Greek, Latin, French, and English. And I had $2 at lecture.
Can you imagine speaking all those languages? I'm jealous. I wish I could do that. Switch.
Hello, my name is Jacqueline Kennedy, and I'm the wife of President John F. Kennedy. President Kennedy set a goal to put a man on the moon for the end of the decade. This was accomplished in 1969. His most famous quote was, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." Before this president, John F. Kennedy served in the U.S. Navy during World War II. He was assassinated in Dallas, Texas on November 22nd, 1963.
I remember very well the day that that man put his foot on the moon. And this president was responsible for it. What a wonderful accomplishment. Switch.
My name is Lucy Hayes. Most of you know me as the wife of Rutherford Hayes. He was the 19th President of the United States. A little fact is that he was the first one to use a telephone. A fact about me is that I was the first lady to get a college degree. My nickname was Lemonade Lucy because I wouldn't allow any alcohol to be served in the White House. I also didn't allow any smoking, dancing, or card playing. I was the first president's wife to travel by myself and give speeches.
She did a lot of first things. Well, I would like to invite her to a party. She makes all lemonade. Switch.
Hello, my name is Franklin Delano Roosevelt. I was born January 30th, 1882, Hyde Park, New York. I was the 32nd president. I was in the Democratic Party. I was 6 feet, 1 inch tall, and weighed 180 pounds. My wife was Eleanor. My sons were James, Elliot, Franklin Delano Jr., and John. I had a daughter named Anna Eleanor. I contracted polio and became paralyzed. I swam to get my strength back. I had 2 dogs, Paula and Major.
Even though this incredible president spent a lot of time in a wheelchair, he never gave up. He led our country, and how grateful we should all be for him. He never gave up.
Hello, I'm Mamie Eisenhower, the wife of Dwight D. Eisenhower. Did you know he used to carry around 3 coins in his pocket for good luck? He was the first president of all the 50 states and the first to appear on color television. His favorite game is golf. He likes it so much that the United States Golf Association built a putting green near the White House.
Mrs. Eisenhower has passed out 3 lucky coins. Those people may keep those, and hopefully you will have good luck. Please be respectful of those, however. She doesn't want them back. Switch.
Hello, my name is Benjamin Harrison. I was the 23rd President of the United States. A fun fact about me and my wife, we did not want to touch the light switch because we think we would get electrocuted. My grandfather was William Henry Harrison. He was the 9th President of the United States of America. I was known as a humanized because I was very cold around people, paid very close attention to details.
I think we could learn from him. Open this, close this. Switch.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Woodrow Wilson, the wife of Woodrow Wilson, the 20th President of the United States of America. I was born in Savannah, Georgia in May of 1860. I was sensitive and raised by a woman who had an interest in literature and art. I had 3 daughters, Eleanor, Margaret, and Jessie. My husband had an old pet goat named Old Ike. He used to chew tobacco and graze on the White House front lawn. And my husband loved to attend theater.
Maybe I ought to try that kind of a lawnmower. Switch.
Hello, I am Harry S. Truman. I was the first president to give a speech on TV. During the 1948 presidential campaign, I took a 30,000-mile train tour across the United States. I also won in World War II by ordering the dropping of 2 atomic bombs on Japan. I like playing cards, horseshoes, and the piano. During the 1948 presidential election, the Chicago Tribune made a big mistake by reporting that Republican Thomas Dewey, not me, was President of the United States.
How sad that would be to have somebody claim that somebody else became the president when it was really him. It's a good thing they fixed it. Switch.
Oh yes, my amazing husband, Chairman Nixon, hired people to help him as president who were found guilty of wrongdoings, came to be known as the Watergate scandals. He was also the very first president to ever visit China while in office. He also took a journey of peace to visit China to meet up with Charlemagne Mao to see China. He was also a ping pong champion. We have 2 beautiful daughters, Patricia, who's named after me, and Julie. We were married June 21st, 1940. I died in 1993, and I'm buried in California.
To be honest, I think she's the ping pong champion, not him. Switch.
Hello, I'm Theodore Roosevelt. I was married twice, had 3 daughters and 2 sons. I was the first to fly in a plane, go in a submarine, and drive a car. I once flew in a plane built by the Wright brothers for 3 minutes. I boxed, hunted, and rode horseback even as president. In 1906, I was the first president to win a Nobel Peace Prize, and the teddy bear was named after me.
Next time you see the teddy bear, think about the president that it was named after.
Hello, my name is Sarah C. Polk. I am married to James P. Polk. My husband was the 11th President of the United States of America. My husband was president for one term. While he was president, he also added to the United States of America is Oregon, New Mexico, Texas, California, and Arizona. My husband didn't allow any dancing or music in the White House.
By the list of states that joined our United States, you can tell that that president was a very busy man.
Hi, I'm George W. Bush. I am the 43rd President of the United States. I was born and raised in Texas. I'm famous for being president during the 2001 terrorist attacks that led to the war in Afghanistan. When I left office, I wrote a book called Decision Points. I'd like to be president again, but 8 years is enough.
I think he was fortunate to have 8 years. Imagine if you were a young person, if you were his child, and to be able to live in the White House for 8 years. I don't know about you, but I would love that.
Good morning. I am Rosalie Cartwright, daughter of James Cartwright. This president from 1977 to 1981. Here's mine. Some days my husband liked to go where I read, or when his home came apart. James was a speed reader. He read 2,000 words per minute. Usually he read 2 to 3 books per week. Also, he loved peanuts. He worked in his father's peanut farm and became a millionaire.
I've often wondered if maybe that guy made a little peanut butter to go along with it. Maybe so.
It was said that I rattled like a bag of bones. I was wounded so much in duels that everybody could hear my moans. The man who tried to assassinate me chased me with my cane as he tried to run free. My name is Andrew Jackson. For any removal, I am to blame.
So if you see somebody rattling
If
on
this have
Halloween
Paul
night,
Bailey come to the office with he thinks he's being checked out. Hello?
got it.
Safety.
In 1770, my husband, John Adams, defended British soldiers accused of killing 5 colonists on the Boston Green, which became known as the Boston Mascot. Even though he disagreed with British policies, he wanted to ensure that the British soldiers got a fair trial. John Adams was an important figure in the First and Second Continental Congress. John Adams loved to read. He could read for hours. That's why he was a lawyer for 7 years.
Can you imagine reading a book that thick? You could do it too if you tried. Switch.
Hello, my name is Anna Harrison, and I am married. Hello, my name is Anna Harrison, and I am married to William Harrison. William was the 9th president. We had 9 children of our own, 5 sons and 4 daughters. William was present for only 1 month when he was in Iris, which was very cold. He had no coat or gloves. William got very sick, which led to his death from the sickness. William was first president to die in office. We were married on November 25th, 1795. William's vice president was John Tyler. William was very tall.
First Lady Harrison teaches us a valuable lesson. It's important to listen to your mom when she says, wear your coat outside when it's cold. He didn't. Switch.
Hello, my name is Julia Boggs St. Grant, and my husband is Ulysses Simpson Grant. We have 3 sons and 1 daughter. I absolutely positively love the White House. When Grant was a little kid, his parents decided to name him Hiram Ulysses Grant. Before Grant and I were married, he went to West Point. There, he did not want his initials to be H-U-G. So he changed his name to Ulysses Hiram Grant. When Grant went there, he found he was registered by the name Ulysses Simpson Grant. He liked the name so much, he kept it. Grant was the first president to have both parents alive while in office, also to have a female opponent. Grant loves to tell the kids this story. I was riding my horse one day when a police officer pulled me over and gave me a speeding ticket. He fined me $20. I paid the fee anyway, because he didn't recognize me. Ulysses also loves cucumber soaked in vinegar.
How funny that is that he got a speeding ticket for riding a horse, not a car. To be honest, I think I would have left my name to be H-U-G. Then he could have gotten hugs from the whole world for the rest of his life.
Hello. I like to say foods with my husband, Herbert Clark Hoover. He was a very hard worker and a bit shy. He's uncomfortable around crowds. He even would exercise for 30 minutes by throwing a tennis ball. There are lots of interesting things you don't know about him yet. But then, something sad happened. Thousands of people lost their jobs and struggled to feed their families. Herbert felt sad for them. They were blaming Herbert for the Great Depression. Slums were called Hoovervilles, and newspapers were for more, and they are called Hoover blankets. I think he was a great president.
I agree with Mrs. Hoover. He was a great president for our United States.
Hello. I am Gerald R. Ford, 38th President of the United States.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'll get that for you, Gerald. Thank you for your help. Here you go, sir.
I'm also known as the clumsiest president of the United States. I love to golf. My lovely wife, Betty Ford, was born April 8th, 1918. In college, I played football for Michigan. Soon after, I was asked to try out for the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers.
I'd often wondered if his wife had to carry a package of Band-Aids around, since he was known as the clumsiest president. Switch.
Hello, my name is Ellen Lewis Herndon Arthur, and I'm married to Chester Allen. My husband was the 21st president and lived in New York at that time. One of the things my husband is known for is his good manners and his ability to get things done behind the scenes. People called him the gentleman boss. My husband was 6 feet 2 inches tall and weighed 220 pounds. My husband was also very strict against slavery like his father. He was also a member of the Republican Party.
I'm so envious of that president. I wish I could be that tall, but I don't think I'll ever get there.
My name is Warren J. Harding, and I was born in Carasette, Ohio, and grew to be 6 feet tall. While serving as the 29th President of the United States, I was the first to visit Alaska, the first to drive to my inauguration in a car, and first to give a national speech on politics. I would play poker at least 2 times a week. In fact, my advisors were nicknamed the Poker Cabinet.
Once again, we have a lot of firsts with that president. How exciting. Switch.
Hello, I'm Eliza Johnson, Andrew Johnson's wife. I was 16 when I married Andrew, and we had 5 children, 3 boys, Charles, Robert, and Andrew, and 2 girls, Martha and Mary. Let me tell you a little bit about Andrew. When Andrew was 14, he and his mother were sold to a tailor as servants or slaves. In return, the tailor sheltered, clothed, and fed them, and of course taught them how to be tailors themselves. Andrew bought Alaska from Russia for $7.2 million. That's like 2 cents an acre. The people living there were given 3 years to decide if they wanted to stay or move back to Russia. Andrew loves the circus, vegetable gardening, giving speeches, and playing checkers. He was 5 feet 10 inches tall, and he died July 31st, 1875.
I wish we could still buy property for 2 cents an acre. I bet you your parents would love that too. Although most of Alaska is covered with ice. Still, that's cheap property. Switch.
Hello, I'm Abraham Lincoln. I was the 16th President of the United States. My favorite food was
Frixie Chicken. I also love telling jokes. But the thing I'm most proud of was helping our country pass the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863. I also led the country through the Civil War. But the thing I'm most proud of was ending slavery.
This man really did a lot for our country. But I have to admit, my very favorite part about him is his incredible hat. And if you ever go to Disneyland, make sure you go see Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, because he'll talk to you there too. Switch.
Hello, I am Hannah Van Buren, Martin Van Buren's wife. Martin Van Buren was the 8th president. He was the first political president. He used speeches, rallies, sing-alongs, and fundraisers to get votes. He loved going to the theater and opera house. My husband was known as the Little Magician because everything he touched turned into votes.
It sounds like a lot of magic was going on in the White House during his time. It would have been fun to be there.
Hello, my name is George Washington. I was the first president of the United States. I was born February 22nd, 1732, in Fredericksburg, Virginia. I married my wife Martha and adopted 2 children. I stood 6 feet 2 inches tall and weighed 175 pounds. I was the first person to get my picture on the postage stamp. My favorite food was crab meat soup and eggnog. I love to play billiards and cards, and I never said I cannot tell a lie. It was I who cut down the cherry tree. This was a story made in the 1800s called The Life of George Washington.
I'm so grateful that we had this very first president, because without him, I don't know what our country would be like. We should all be grateful for him. And we thank you today for joining us in our Wax Museum. And I hope you learned a great deal about these presidents and their wives as well. We thank you so much. And would you let these 5th graders know how much you appreciate what they did for you? And if you would please exit out that way. And these wax figures will be watching you.